Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with some info on the latest blog post for Marvel Strike Force. So, actually, Boylan, I didn't even realize this came out today. He let me know this was going on, so I thought I'd just chime in about a few things that caught my eye, and it's really not about Moon Knight. But let's go ahead and get into it real fast. We got Greetings Commanders, of course, as always. The new Moon event's going to be coming up, going to unlock Moon Knight. Plenty of other content creators have gone into this in great detail. I'm not going to be working too hard on him because I just don't think it's just going to be too difficult for me to work on a new character like this. I got other priorities right now, so I'll try to unlock him, of course. I'm sure it will get done, but it's not a huge priority for me. So there's lots of stuff here having to do with Moon Knight, right? And he does appear to be a good character for what I'm seeing about him. And he's not completely pigeonholed into Shadowlands either, so cool stuff. I've always liked the character in the comics, by the way. I guess I should have studied this in my Moon Knight comics, but whatever. No one really cares about that for the most part. Here was the big announcement, actually, and it was Mojo's Mayhem Season 4. Normally, Boylan and I actually do a preparatory video on the next season of RTA. We try to theory craft who the next character is going to be in there. Well, they beat us way to it. Way to it.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
So much for that video. But looks like Scream is going to be the next character for RTA. I would much rather it have been Anti-Venom, of course, but they're probably still making money on Anti-Venom, like, bundles and all that, so, and maybe not so much on her. That means it's going to push back her release, though, until after at least the event is over. Maybe they'll stick her in the Raid store, too, as a second character. That would be pretty awesome. Even better, stick her in the Blitz store, would you? But, it is what it is. So, Scream is okay. Not a bad character, actually, and it's going to let, people really kind of flesh out the symbiote team much better. Mine is only, I think, at 3 stars right now, so I would definitely like to get her. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if it's even going to level me up, to be honest with you, but, shards are shards. So, cool, okay. But that wasn't really the big news for the next season of RTA. It's some of this stuff here. So, oops. Can't get my scroll bar to show up there. So knockout-focused daily objectives. Let's just read it out. And emphasis will be placed on daily knockouts while reducing objective requiring specific characters and traits on a daily basis. However, you won't have to complete all the daily knockout objectives to earn all the Season 4 rewards. Good. I know there's a lot of conflicted opinions upon this because knockouts do favor players with stronger rosters.
Yes!
But goodness gracious, having to use the objective-based abilities and all that is just a chore, and there's just too many. I really wouldn't mind it so much if they would cut the requirements in at least half. But 600 abilities is just too much because a lot of times you'll get stuck with suboptimal groups. It just takes forever and a day, even on auto. It's not a good system, and it does not foster an environment where you want to win. Knockouts do, for the most part. So I think it's an improvement to have more knockouts. I do feel a bit more, of course, for the younger player. Hopefully, along with this, they'll have some matchmaking improvements, because that's where the real issue lies. As long as you're up against reasonably similar strength compositions, yeah, go for the win. That's cool. But I mean, when you're getting paired up with 200k plus, what's the point? So there's a lot of problems with RTA, and they haven't addressed everything, but they're doing something. So there's that. Improve weekly objectives. We restructured the weekly objectives so the trait requirements were more organized. Each weekly trait will contain one of the following: hero, villain, bio, blah, 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 blah. So we have also reduced the ability threshold for those weekly objectives from 600 to 550.
You don't need to applaud that.
Okay, that's about 250 too many. It's something, I guess, but lower it. But maybe with that knockout stuff, maybe they'll give us some really big rewards on knockouts. We don't have to worry about the objectives so much. We'll see. Something. They're making some progress, but it needs a lot more. So they're shuffling around the rewards. They're going to be, that's fine, whatever. Bans. Here's the other big thing I want to talk about. Now, it says we're increasing total number of character bans from 5 to 7. So basically, this next season, you can't use Black Bolt, Emma Frost, or Ebony Maw. I don't know that outside of Emma Frost, that's really a problem. Now, with the knockout criteria, maybe that makes sense with Black Bolt. I don't think Ebony Maw is the problem for the most part, though. I guess if you just want to keep Black Order out of it. That's one way of doing it. Okay. And there's going to be 4 additional bans every week. I think before almost any of these players or these characters, they should have banned Zemo. And I'll tell you why. It's not just because he's a terror right now, but lots of players are going to be unlocking him now because he's available in the raid store. So people who have been saving up their orbs or their currency are going to be getting Zemo in short order. So now Zemo is going to flood into RTA. Everybody's going to have him, and it's just going to be a nightmare. I think he should have been the number 1 ban, because the other good thing about him is no team is dependent upon him. So it doesn't make much sense to me that Zemo wasn't the actual permaban for this season. Maybe permaban period.
I'm so confused.
So I don't know. But I don't know. Those other characters really aren't that bad a problem. I mean, they're awful for when you're outgunned and all that. But for even power teams, you're supposed to have some challenge. And I'm not sure if these characters were the issue. Are they strong? They're extremely strong, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, that's what's going to happen. So, Scarlet Witch calendar, I don't know. I guess you get them for free. It saves you some arena currency, but Scarlet Witch, unless without a rework, she's just not good. I've made videos about how to fix her. It's not big news there. Upcoming Blitzes is kind of interesting too, because we're going to have 2 characters which I think new players should be going for. More importantly is Minerva, of course, for the new player, because you want her for basically the Dark Dimensions. That's where she's incredibly valuable, and she's so much easier to farm nowadays. But War Store currency is expensive, and she is... Outside unlocking her, she should not be a priority for the newer player to really work on heavily, because you have so many valuable characters in War Store. But you do want her very badly, if for nothing else, is getting through DD2, right? To get Ultron and all that gear. So she is an important character, so go hard on that Blitz for her. They haven't fixed, I'm sure, the Blitz brackets. Hopefully some of the, which I don't think this is going to happen, but I think some, maybe some of the high-end players will take a break a little more on her Blitz and not drive up the numbers too badly, but I wouldn't count on it because a lot of them are trying to get 7 stars on her, so yeah, it's going to be rough. But anyway, she's going to be in the Blitz, so go ahead and get her if you can. And Psylocke, I've made a couple videos now on Psylocke, how I think she's maybe the most unheralded, maybe the best X-Man when paired up with Beast if you don't have a full Astonishing X-Men team, or if you do, you can have it and they're very low. I think Psylocke definitely bears looking at. She's good in a couple different game modes, and just an underappreciated character. And her node can be, it's not too hard to get to, but it can be a little waste for the new player, so it's a good time to pick her up, at least in the initial parts. So, okay, cool. Some interesting characters. The other good thing about these characters I kind of mentioned already is maybe some of the veteran players won't need these characters really, and maybe they'll take a Blitz off, and they won't make the numbers too high. So, maybe not the case for Minerva, but for Psylocke, I think a lot of people kind of sleep on her, so there we go. Bonus events, earning double Proxima shards is good. Why not? I'm farming her. I think I have her 5 or 6. No, I think I have her 6 stars. I'm going for my 7 star right now. So, hey, good deal. I can dig it. Whole Merc stuff. I mean, this is actually a little more valuable for people who do the Mercenaries recurring event. Your mileage may vary. It's an okay event, but it's good. Gold's always good, but I mean, it's just okay. And you have to put a lot into the Mercs to actually get it to work. But mostly they're just a war team. A really good one if you have Taskmaster, but that's what it is. So, okay, cool stuff, and they got a new episode coming up. So, some good news, some okay news. I like the fact that they're still working on RTA. I think they need to do more, but it is a game of inches, not of miles. So maybe these changes will start things on a more positive trend. I still think they need to lower the achievements down and the objectives down quite a bit to take away the grind and to not incentivize people to push auto. But knockouts, once again, may get people to play a little more strategically unless they're completely outgunned or whatever. So some interesting stuff. I think most people are going to be excited about Moon Knight. But yeah, I was actually more excited about some of the other stuff in here. So hopefully good things on the way. Please, Copley, just ban Zemo, or at least change his the wording on his passive so it doesn't go off, like his passive does not go off on the first round in RTA or something like that. It's too hard for the little big characters out there. But maybe if they shift away from the objective base, it won't matter as much, but he's a terror, and he should have been the first ban in here. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about the the latest blog post here. Some decent stuff. I'd like to see some orange gear releases too. Have been awful nice, but no mention yet. So maybe in the future. So anyway, that's it for now. So until the next blog post or video comes across my desk, this is Genome out.